What do you call it? In my original plan, I was going to feature pigs.
Oh my god.
So that was pretty.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Sorry.
That's fucking it's not called Silence of the Lambs 2, is it?
No, it's Hannibal. It's rather Hannibal.
It's not Hannibal, because that's
Hannibal Rising.
yeah, right, it is Hannibal. You're right.
It's Hannibal, I think.
Hannibal. Yeah, because the best one is Red Dragon. That's everyone's favourite one.
Red Dragon.
The first one though as well, Silence of the Lambs, everyone loves.
Oh no, so that sounds the best. And then for me, I think
Don't Cinema.
Hannibal.
Why? It's awful.
No, it's not. Hannibal's the one. Okay, the one that's really awful is the.
Hannibal Rises is awful, but
Yeah,
Hannibal is also not that good. There's a part where he eats someone's brain while they're alive and awake. It makes no sense. That's Hannibal.
Rising.
No, Hannibal Rising is one where he's a kid and has a fucking samurai sword for some reason.
Is that Hannibal Rising? For some reason,
Yeah.
I think I always think in my head that that's Red Dragon because, like, for some reason, yeah, there's like samurai swords and like loads of Asian shit that makes just no sense. Like, and everything. So
Red Dragon,
Red Dragon. It sounds.
It's the prequel where he first gets arrested by Adrian Brody.
Yeah. So which is.
Right.
And there's no.
Chronologically, in the Hannibal lore, there's Hannibal Rising.
Yeah.
Then there's Red Dragon. Then there's Silence of the Lambs, and then there's Hannibal.
Yeah, so it's. Yeah, Hannibal Rising is the really awful one.
Yes. That's the one no one really liked because it was
And
just a prequel and it was a bad prequel.
So I'm just fucking awesome. But I might muddle. I'm remembering the sprint scene and it's really bad.
What's the scene?
But what do you call it? Where he's at the dinner table, doesn't he have like
The guy with his head cut off.
the guy who's alive. So
Yeah,
the guy who's
it's
alive.
a terrible scene.
Yeah, I think yes, not that bad. And isn't the one where he has like Clarice over?
I think so. Yeah, because she
Yeah.
goes and it's also
Wait, did
the
they
one.
replace Clarice's actor at that point?
Yes, I think so. It's also the one though where there's that guy who he got to cut off all his own skin, and he tries to get pigs to eat Hannibal, and then they end up eating him, and it misses the point entirely.
Yeah, it does.
Like Lecter should always be in a cell. He should always be in a cell until like the very end when he escapes at the very end, and that's the fear that he's out there.
Yeah, it's like the suddenly, like, because when Silence of the Lambs ends and it's like the final scene and Clarice gets that phone call.
Yeah.
And,
What's horrifying is the fact that he's out there.
Yeah, and he just says, I have to get him having a friend over for dinner, and it's just, it's all horrifying. I think the reason that I don't hate Hannibal probably as much as other people is, and I'm thinking like the scenes before he goes completely psycho as well. Like when he's kind of sitting in the cafe
pretty
with the gloves on and
psycho
shit.
straight away, like the cop who he just maneuvers to a point where he fucking hangs the guy and disembowels him in the middle of like Vienna or something, and then he goes and eats the woman, and then it's implied he eats his wife. Like, why? He had no reason to do it at all.
And it's just the thing he does in Venice to that cop?
Yeah.
It's the same thing he did to the two guys that he barely knew.
No. The thing is, though, he did that to escape in particular. The reason
he didn't need to put the guy up on the cage.
Yeah, but
he didn't need to do that.
Wait, what guy up on the cage?
Okay, there's two. When he escapes in Silence of the Lambs, so he gets moved from his normal prison. He gets flown to a different part of America, and they put him up. Basically, it is a cage.
Yeah, in a
hole.
A nice room, basically.
Yeah, he put him in this cage, and there's two security guards or police officers manning the cage. And when he escapes, he bludgeons that one guy horrifically.
Yeah.
He bludgeons him to death. Now, the one guy was lying on the floor.
Yeah.
And the guy lying on the floor is actually him.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Everything
he puts the guy, what I mean is one guy who he shoves on the elevator, I think.
Yeah.
Is the guy whose face he bit off, essentially, so that he's not recognizable. So Hannah told him to pretend to be
and he changed their clothes.
But then there's another guy who, I think the other guy is the one he puts, he's on the cage hanging up like that with all his stuff out.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
it's really horrific. It's exactly like the Venice scene. He hangs him up like Christ with everything out, and they literally go, oh my god.
Again, you know all that though. That just, I know it's a bit overkill, but it's a thing of, it's an aid of him escaping, right? Because he throws their judgment off by horrifying them. So they think the guy on the ground has just been so badly beaten that he looks like that when it's just him with a face over his. And the other guy on the elevator, they make them think that's him.
Yeah.
Because he's put his clothes on him, so it works. But then, in the scene, I don't know if it's Venice or not. The justification for it is that cop's ancestor had that done to him And that was his reasoning behind it. But again, there was no need for him to do that. He could have easily escaped. The thing is, he doesn't ever kill for the sake of killing.
No, and I think, like...
He kills to eat, normally.
Well, it's not...
Or to escape.
It is, but it's not really killing to eat, like, I need food.
Oh, no, I mean, he kills to eat for fine dining
grill,
kind of thing.
Like that, like,
yeah.
He's into that shit. I think he enjoys the storekeeper as well. But, no, I think, like, it works really well when he does that. Is it not flaying? Is it? That's when he takes some skin off.
Yeah, disemboweling.
Yeah, when he hangs the guy up, like kind of like Christ, and yeah, I think he disembowels him. It works really well in Silence of the Lambs because up until that point, even though like you've heard like there's the part where I think he convinces this guy called Mix to bite his own tongue off, but you don't see that, and you know it's not gory, and
he commits suicide. Polite. He gets him to commit suicide, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, I guess Mix to commit suicide and gets somebody else to bite their tongue.
Because he fucking threw his thumb on.
What I'm getting at is there's stories of that he's done that shit, but you always see him as being so polite and courteous and smart that it works when you all of a sudden you see him just like that concept scene where he's horrifically bludgeoning the guy, and then just like it's one thing to kill someone, it's another thing to hang them up and you know pull their entrails out. It works because just like you've kind of built, you're made to like Hannibal the whole way through, and you know you kind of respect him and it's friendly, and then all of a sudden you're like kind of this harsh reminder like no, this guy is a killer. I think the only reason I liked Hannibal really when I watched it is because I just love Anthony Hopkins playing that character, because in Silence of the Lambs, like Buffalo Bill and Hannibal Lecter are based off the same real life serial killer.
Yeah.
And there's loads of interpretations from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, blah blah blah. It's inspired loads of them. And Anthony Hopkins' version is my favorite. I love how he plays it. So I think like because Red Dragon's quite good, but he's not in that.
Yeah, he is.
Like not really.
Yeah, always
that much. It's mostly focused on the cop. It's different as well because he doesn't like the cop.
No.
So he's not like Clarice. He's quite charming to Clarice, and that's what I want to see. I don't want to see him not like somebody. So I think in Hannibal, I just like to see Anthony Hopkins as Lecter.
I get you.
Even if he hasn't got.
The problem I have with it is that the fear, the dread of Hannibal Lecter came from the fact that, you know, it's the idea of him getting out is scary. When he's out, it just, something is lost, I think, because there's no dread anymore. You know what he's trying to do now.
And I think I agree with that, and I think there's another thing, like, you know when he's able to do stuff like kill mates from behind bars, I think it's that thing that's like really scary. That, you know, the whole idea is meant to be like really smart and very charismatic with people. The fact that he, without getting any blood in his hands, you know, like, do you get what I mean? He's not like it's not gory and stuff. Without getting any blood in his hands, very, you know, politely and you know, smartly, he just manages to kill people. Yeah, drive people to suicide, and
that's what's so great.
Terrifying. Like, he's not the guy running around with a bloody axe like an insane loony. It's like.
That's the point, though. Anyone can do that part. It's the fact that he knows people better than they know themselves, and he can get them to do exactly what he wants. And that is what's scary, because he knows you better than you know yourself. Yeah. The idea that you can't really keep anything secret from him, you know, he will find out, and if you've insulted him, you are going to die. There's really no chance of you surviving unless he's forgiven you. Because, like, at the end of Red Dragon, it's implied, I guess, that Hannibal forgives the character. Because, you know, that's the last you see of him, basically. Even though he was the guy who captured Hannibal Lecter. Which, I gotta be honest, not the best way. I think that was the only issue I had with that film, was how Hannibal Lecter got caught. I don't think you should have seen that. Because that sucked. Yeah. Just, you know, it should always be something they talk about, but you never see.
Because, again, I don't remember the other films as well. Like, Silence of the Lambs is kind of like a running motion picture in my mind. I can play it, like... Yeah. But, I remember being, like, quite upset. The scene that sticks in my head is when he loses his shit in his psychiatry office. Like, I think he has... Is there a scene, you know, where he's, like, knocks shit off?
He shoots... Brody's character, and he shoots him back.
And, I just don't want to see... I don't want to see Hannibal lose his cool.
Yeah.
Because even when, like I said, he's bludgeoning the guy to death in Silence of the Lambs, you can see he has a sense of enjoyment on his face. But he's very, like, still all sound of mind. He looks very sound of mind, like, he knows what he's doing, he's quite happy, he's sticking with the plan. Like, not cool and calculated, but not, like... He's in control of his emotions.
Yeah.
I don't like to see him out of control of his emotions.
No, that makes sense.
Because that's what's scary.
Yeah.
Is the fact that you can't, like... You know, he has your mind in his hand, if you know what I mean, and you can't penetrate his. Like, you know, the whole thing in Silence of the Lambs, like, nobody can get him to answer questions, nobody can... I'm just saying...
Yeah.
I love Hannibal! Sorry. I really like him.
I know.
A lot.
I know.